This is a video for the Annie Goodwin Syndicate. Well guys, it was great to have Bruno out and about again after his magnificent run in Lemoorland. We took him down to the Plains in Virginia, and it was his first run back, and we put him in the 4-star short, which is usually a really sort of good, strong course, competitive field, and a wonderful venue there at Great Meadow. Unfortunately, they hadn't had rain for about a month, and when we arrived, I couldn't believe my eyes when usually that green grass in the background is lush and dark green, and it looked brown and burnt. It reminded me of Australia. So it was a bit heartbreaking. By saying that, this event wasn't the be-all and end-all for Bruno. Obviously, it would have been nice to have a good run on him, but his health and soundness and his longevity is at the top of our priority list, especially after our fantastic run at Lemoorland. So this is the dressage. This was Friday lunchtime. He did pretty good. It wasn't our best test, to be honest. Initially I thought it was really good, and then I watched it back a couple of times, and it's just a little bit messy here and there. I've been working a lot with our German dressage coach, Bettina Hoy, virtually, and we've really been trying to get Bruno quite short and connected in his frame. And, I think it's heading in the right direction, but we still need him sort of carrying himself and a little bit of a sort of a rounder frame. When I say rounder, not lowering his neck, but just a little bit of a softer look. By saying that, the bulk of the test was good. I think we scored a 33, which was, about 5th place. But we really need to focus on getting Bruno down into the 20s, especially as we head towards our big goal of going to Pau, to the 5-star in France, towards the end of the year. Pau's it's going to be perfect for Bruno. It's the weekend after Maryland 5-star. I think it's on October 27th to 29th. It's in the south of France, down in the Pyrenees. Really hard show jumping course, really tricky technical cross-country course. It's going to be perfect for Bruno. And leading up to that, I think we're going to give him one good hard run at Plantation, 4-star short. That'll be his preparation event. That's going to be on September 22, 23, 24. And we'll do a little cross-country schooling between then and now, obviously, just because we didn't get to run him at this show. So we did the dressage on Friday, then we did the show jumping on Saturday evening, and then we drove him home late Saturday night, and this morning on Sunday we took him to the synthetic gallop track down the road, and instead of running cross country today, we galloped him up at the track a bunch of times, and he feels fit. He still looks a bit fat to me, but I can't explain it because we're putting the work in, and he still looks a bit chunky, but anyway, I think we're gonna invest in a muzzle. So the problem is he's hard to catch. So we put him out in the field after he works, and the girls can't get him till about 8 o'clock at night, and he spends the bulk of the day eating grass. He's got a bit of a grass belly on him, so he's got to watch his figure a bit. Yeah, so it was a rough couple of days for me. I was sick as a dog down there at Great Meadow. I had a number of horses competing, and when I arrived on Thursday morning, I had the terrible flu, and I had to battle through all Friday and Saturday, feeling quite under the weather. I'm coming good now, though. I'm about to hop on a plane to go to England to compete at Burghley this coming week with Thomas and Q. The judging was a bit off. Those two flying changes to me were quite very straight, very clean, and the judges, when you look at the marks on the live scoring, were a little bit in disagreement. saying that there were two actually pretty good judges doing the 4-star. We had Peter Wild come give me a hand jumping all the horses earlier in the week, and Bruno is obviously a fantastic jumper, and he's feeling good. So I think between now and Plantation, we're obviously going to keep on Bruno's fitness. We're galloping him every 5 days. We've got the great hill gallops here in Pennsylvania, and then obviously the show jumping and the cross country is pretty reliable at the moment. We've got to keep checking in on that, and to me the big thing is getting this dressage score down into the 20s for the 5-star test at Pau. Had a wonderful news. We got a grant to go to Pau. So the US Federation is contributing. They're not paying the whole thing. I think they're chipping in for 20 grand, which at least be half of it. Which it's a long trip to Pau. You've got to fly the horses from JFK to Liège or Frankfurt, and then it's a long truck trip to the south of France. He's a good shipper though, Bruno. Obviously we did the trip to Holland last year, and then also the trip to Germany. He's a good traveller. So anyway, looking forward to having a good run at Plantation in a few weeks' time. And obviously it was disappointing not to run him in the cross country at Great Meadow, but longevity is the key, mate, and I really feel like Bruno's going to be at the top of the sport for a long time, so we got to always keep the big picture in mind, and at the moment Bruno's just continually improving bit by bit, and I think we're in for a really good chance in Pau at the end of the year.